Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Golf Ireland podcast this week with me, Valerie and my co-host Stephen Murphy. Stephen, hello. How are you this week?
I'm great, thank you, Valerie. Good to see you as always. Glad to be back for another episode. And yeah, all's good. I was home at the weekend back in Cavan. My father turned 70 this weekend, so we were home celebrating that. We had a great weekend. Plenty of drinks, plenty of food, and my family especially. It does be a good old party. Plenty of people, plenty of talking. I don't know if your family's the same, but 17 conversations going on at once. But good crack. And always good to get home. How was your weekend? You had a rare weekend off, Valerie, I'm sure. Did you get up to anything nice?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm fairly tired after the bank holiday because I was off. It's been my first weekend off in a very long time. I was very busy. I had the Galway races last week for the first time ever. That was Wednesday and Thursday. Then on Friday, the wedding. Saturday was day two, and then Sunday, I went to this thing in Burr called Vintage Sunday. So basically, I think there's any excuse for them to have an all sesh in Burr and Offaly. So, I'm a delicate little woman now today, so I am.
Yeah, I think the day twos of the weddings are the worst. That's where they really get you because you're already exhausted and then you're going at it again. It's different,
Yeah.
but they're always good crack as well. But how was the golf race? Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, do you know what? It was really fun. I went in with like such high expectations because everyone says how amazing they are and how much crack they are. And like they really did meet the expectations that I had going in there. I was like, everyone was so glam. I was there Thursday, which was there Wednesday and Thursday, but Thursday was Ladies' Day. So you can imagine the style, Stephen. It was just absolutely amazing. And you know what? I had such a fun day going around mingling, and it was kind of a bit of a change from what I normally do, going around mingling with everyone that was there, all the punters, and having the crack with them. So it was really nice. And yeah, fair play to the Galway race. I'd say another really eventful week this year for them.
Yeah, where I work, where my office is right beside the race course. So driving home, I got to see a bit of the glam rocking up. But I saw what I would consider probably the most Irish image, which was three lovely ladies got out of a car that were being dropped off. They all looked amazingly glamorous. They all looked, $1 million, and they were taking sips and sharing a bottle of wine together as they walked up to the front gate. And I was like, that sort of just summarizes what I love about the Galway races a little bit. And it was great. But yeah, there's always a good buzz around the city. When it's on, obviously the Arts Festival's on the week before that. Galway and the All Ireland final in the men's and the women's, and unfortunately two losses for both. But I know the Camogies on, I think this weekend coming, and they have a chance to win a bit of silverware there. So there'll be plenty of support, I'm sure as well. But um, we have a great guest this week, Valerie. We'll be chatting to Thomas Higgins. Who will be playing for the men's international team at the home internationals coming up soon. He is from Roscommon and coming out of Roscommon Golf Club, which is a huge, I'm sure, deal for the club and fantastic to see it. But we had a great chance to chat to him and pick his brain ahead of the upcoming week. So we will throw over to that conversation now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Golf Ireland podcast this week with Stephen, myself, and Thomas Higgins. This week joins us on the Golf Pod. Thomas, hello, and welcome to the pod.
Well, how's things? How are you keeping?
Thomas, you're a busy man. First of all, a hectic schedule ahead of you this week. So we really appreciate you chatting to us before it all kicks off tomorrow. But before we go there and before we talk about the home internationals, we'd like to get, I suppose, know a bit about yourself and how all of this started for you. Like, when did you first pick up a golf club?
Yeah, when I was around 4 or 5, and like I love going out with him and hitting a few balls when he was playing. So yeah, he was kind of the one that got me into it and started loving it from the minute I got going, to be honest. And yeah, that's kind of how I got started.
I'm always curious when it comes to top level players. When did you realize that you were pretty good at the game, I suppose, or when you could play it at the highest level?
Um, Probably at a pretty early stage, probably earlier than most people. I was about 10 when I qualified for like the European US Kids Championships over in Scotland, and I qualified for the Wee Wonders as well. So I took like 2 trips to Scotland when I was 10. So kind of from that age is when I kind of wanted to like be like the guys on TV and play pro golf. And yeah, I'm still here today trying to do the same. So yeah.
Fair play. I mean, like, that's quite young for someone to be like taking part in serious competitions like that. Did you ever feel the pressure of it, or was it always a bit of fun for you until you got a bit older?
Um Yeah, I definitely would have felt some pressure when I was younger. But like more chill about it all. Like it's not like the end of the world if I play bad or if it doesn't go my way. Like I mean, like really lucky to be playing golf and get the opportunities that I've gotten. Like so, yeah, that's kind of it.
You decided to take your college golf over to the States. You're a member of Clemson University in South Carolina. Talk to us a bit about how that decision came about and the offer to go over. And was it a tough decision to head over to the States?
Yeah, so how I got in contact with Clemson was my old coach, Declan Cunningham. He got in contact with Coach Bird and like kind of put a word in for me and got talking to Coach Bird then, and he was obviously impressed with my play and all that. And um yeah, like as soon as I heard about Clemson and kind of figured out a bit more about it, I was like, yeah, I'll go there because it looks class, which it is because it's really good. Um, and yeah, like it's great. Like I mean, I've 2 years done there, and like it's gone like a flash. I love it. Like the facilities are unreal. The schedule is class, and the courses we get to play are unbelievable. Like so, it's it's a good spot to be in.
Is there any college work at all done, Thomas, or is it all golf?
Yeah, that's kind of what everyone thinks is like college is actually really important over there. The coaches want you doing well, so college work is like really important. And it's like they all say over there like school comes before golf. So yeah, a bit of a change now from when I was in school back here, but we got used to it. Like
And tell me about the weather. South Carolina, I know, can get pretty hot in the summers, pretty humid and whatnot. Did that take? I know you're back home to summers, but does it take a bit of getting used to as well, playing in the heat?
absolutely, yeah. I remember the first year I got over there in August. It was like 40 degrees and like even more than that some days. Like got up to like 45 real feel, and you're just like out there playing golf, out there playing golf, and it's like you're carrying your bag as well, which I would have never done over here. And I remember on like the 13th, I was just absolutely gone. Like I was dead, and like I was barely able to swing the golf club for the last like 5 holes. Um, but after like a month or so, you get used to it. Like I love the heat now. So like after a few days, once I go back now in August, it'll be sound. So you get used to it, you acclimatize like.
Well, you certainly haven't picked up that accent like a lot of other people that would go to
Yeah, that
college in America. They seem to pick up a twang, but you haven't, Thomas.
no, thankfully not now. That was one thing I made sure to keep was the accent because yeah, I'd get some abuse for that now if I came back with a fake American accent.
Yeah, you mentioned I was going to Clemson. You're hard from kind of Roscommon Golf Club, a long
Hmm.
way, I suppose, from the heat of Clemson in South Carolina. But talk to us about growing up at that golf course. The golf course I played myself. It's a great golf course. But talk to us about growing up there and how important it is as well for the members of County Roscommon to see a member like you now going to play home internationals and representing Golf Ireland. It must be a big deal back home.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I've um received a lot of support in the last few weeks, like from everyone, like loads of people congratulating me, which is great. But yeah, it was obviously great to get selected, and like I was the first selection since Ken Carney, um, back. I think I'm not even sure when it was, but it's probably 20 or 30 years ago at this stage now. So they haven't had one in a while. Even though we've had a lot of good players coming up, like you're asking there about growing up in Roscommon, like it was great. We had a brilliant bunch. Like we won the All Ireland Fred Daly back in 2019, I think. Which was huge. Like that was like honestly one of the best like moments on the golf course for me. I remember we won it in extra holes. Fionn Hoare won it on the 20th, and it was unbelievable. Like, it was because we were all so close. Like, we played golf like every week together, and we were like all the best of friends. Like, so it was great growing up with all them lads, and that competition as well, like, makes you better 100%. Like, we've had a good few like junior like Irish internationals. Like, Simon Walker played boys homes, and Alan Hill has played as well. And there's been a few others, like, so yeah, it was the competition when I was growing up was great. So definitely benefited me.
Speaking of competition, you are great to chat to us before this week, of course. I mean, how's the golf game? Did you get a chance to maybe play a practice round today? What was your day like before the home internationals?
Yeah, it was good. We had a practice round in this morning. We teed it off around like 10:30, I think. So yeah, it was a lovely day for it. Like, it was actually surprisingly warm enough, and there was a nice wind blowing, but you kind of expect that up here. Got to look at the course and got some practice done after. So yeah, good day's prep done and ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, you're So the home international, just a reminder for people listening, is currently ongoing. We're talking to Thomas Tuesday evening. Obviously, we wouldn't be calling him on Thursday morning when he's in the middle of some golf for a round. But it started 7th and is running to the 9th of August. But talk to us first of all, Thomas. Mullingar links over in Scotland. Talk to us about your thoughts on the course so far.
There's some like funky holes and some holes you have to keep it straight. But yeah, it's a lovely track, and should be a good test this week.
When you saw the men's team, when you go through it, Colin Campbell, Paul Coughlin, Hugh Foley, Ryan Griffin, yourself, Joshua Hill, Sean Keeling, Liam Nolan, Luke O'Neill, like it is an incredibly talented team on the men's side and the women's side too. But when you see
Absolutely.
yourself on a team like that, does it give you a confidence boost that you're at that level?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, it's great to get selected. It's been like, it's definitely would have been one of my goals. Like, and it's great to throw on an Irish jersey. Like, I mean, representing your country is class. Like, and something that's a real honor to do. So yeah, it's great to be hanging out with the boys this week, and playing against some good players as well. So yeah, it's all good.
What's the plan of action now for the rest of the night? A good night's sleep, up early for breakfast.
Yeah, that'll be it. Probably hit the hay now soon enough, and I think we're leaving at about 8 in the morning or so. So as I said, the girls are off first at 9, and then we're off like we're 4 groups after them. So yeah, just rest up and get ready for 36 holes tomorrow. So yeah, that's it.
Will you get nervous, Thomas, or are you cool? I feel like will you get nervous? I feel like you've got your stuff together. I feel like you're a bit laid back, to be honest.
Yeah, you probably be right there, all right. Yeah, I know, sure. I mean, it's great to be here, like, and I'm enjoying the week so far. So yeah, sure, we'll just go out and play a bit of golf tomorrow and see what happens.
What's the worst that could happen? It's only
Exactly,
golf.
yeah, sure. You're having a great time, like.
You're paired with Josh Hill tomorrow in the first round of the foursomes. Talk to me. Have you played much with Josh Hill before? I seen him in action there in Lahinch, and he absolutely launches the ball. Are you hoping to be pretty close on some par fours for your second shot?
Yeah, absolutely. Me and Josh have grown up together playing golf. I've known him for best part of 10 years. So we're great friends, like, and we were hoping to get paired together this week. So yeah, we'll hopefully go out there tomorrow now and play some good golf and get the win.
Last question for me, Thomas, and this is a bit of a golf nerdy one, so apologies, Valerie, if this gets pretty geeky.
No worries.
Approaching foursomes, obviously alternate shot. What's your history like with that as well? And is it tough for you to get in a flow like it is when you're playing your own ball and playing every shot? And, talk to us a little bit about that and how you approach it.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely, I would say, one of the trickiest formats to play because, as you said, it's tough to get in a flow. Um, but yeah, I try and like take a few extra putts and take a few extra swings when the other lads are hitting, like, just so you stay like loose and kind of, yeah. But then, like, once it's your time to go, like, you have to be ready to go and have to like tune into what you're doing because it's very easy, I think, as well, to like tune out um for too long, like, especially like you could go, you know 5 minutes or 10 minutes without hitting the ball, and you could be off like in a different world. So it's important to be able to tune in when you need to.
Yeah, it's actually interesting. I've never heard that said before, where you just take swings even between that. I suppose it kind of tricks the brain into that you are hitting every shot, I suppose, which
Yeah,
is really
yeah.
good. But look, yeah, what's last thing as well, expectations for the week? Is it just, as you said, experience it, enjoy it? I'm sure the team are aiming for success and for wins, but you personally, what's a successful week look like for you?
Yeah, just as you said it there, just enjoy it and have fun. You play your best golf and you're having fun, like, so. Obviously, it'd be great to win a few matches. But yeah, we'll have a great week nonetheless.
Brilliant. Well, we will wrap it up there, Thomas. We'll let you go get some well-earned rest. Best of luck to you and the team. Will be following on as well. And the people who are listening, make sure to check out the Golf Ireland social media pages the next few days to keep up with the scoring. Thomas, best of luck. Thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it.
No worries. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Okay, now it is time for some news updates. We'll start with the professional game on the Challenge Tour. Mark Power has earned a place in the 2024 Amgen Irish Open after winning the Christy O'Connor Junior Memorial Trophy at the Irish Challenge. Power claimed the trophy as he finished best of the Irish, tied 11th on 6 under. The Challenge Tour now moves to Scotland for the Scottish Challenge, with Jonathan Caldwell, Paul McBride, Dermot McIlroy, Ronan Mullarney, John Murphy, Conor Rourke and Conor Purcell all teed up this week. The AIG Women's Open is on. Congratulations to Lauren Walsh, who was qualified to play in it. It will be Lauren's first ever major as professional, and where better to have it than the St Andrews Golf Links. So very, very exciting there for Lauren. Well done to her. And the Olympics, unfortunately, there was no medal for the Irish men in Paris. Rory McIlroy finishing the best with a tied 5th finish, while Shane Lowry finished tied 26th. The women's tournament got underway yesterday at Le Golf National, with Stephanie Meadow and Leona Maguire representing Ireland. So keep up to date there with all the scores online. On the PGA Tour, it is the Wyndham Championship that's taking place this week. Both Shane Lowry and Seamus Power are set to tee it up in North Carolina. The Clutch Pro Tour teed up in Redditch last week, with 2 Irish players making the top 10. Stuart Grehan finished best with a tied 4th finish on 8 under par, while Robert Brazel finished just a shot behind, tied for 8th. John Ross Galbraith finished tied 25th. St. Mellon is well underway this week, with the final round teeing up today. Robert Brazel, Ryan Lester, Conor Murtagh, Brandon St. John, Scott Montgomery, Liam Grehan and Stuart Grehan all part of the field. And then finally in the professional game, it was a tied 57 finish for Paul Conroy at the Bio Street Championship in Canada on the PGA Tour Americas. On the amateur side of the game, Brian Doran capped off a great couple of weeks with victory in the Mullingar Scratch Trophy on the bank holiday Monday. The Millicent golfer carded rounds of 68, 71, 70 and a 68 for an 11 under par total and a 2-shot victory over Gavin O'Neill. Well done there to Brian. The English golfer Canice Screen had a brilliant week in Roscommon, taking home the AIG Women's Amateur Close Championship. The 23-year-old had an impressive couple of rounds in stroke play, backing up her 70 with a 69 for a 7 under total and 3rd place before making her way to the match play rounds, where she defeated Emma O'Driscoll in the final 2-1. Nice tight final there. The AIG Irish Women's Amateur Close Play was captured by Clodagh Coughlin from Douglas on the 20th hole of her epic match with Ellen O'Gorman from Laytown and Bettystown. And then Hannah Lee McNamara from Royal Portrush was the winner of the AIG Irish Girls Amateur Close Plate, following a 1-up victory over Ellen O'Shaughnessy from County Louth. Owen Burrows and Ollie McAvoy are the 2024 Irish Under-16 and Under-14 Boys Amateur Open champions respectively, picking up victories in Banbridge Golf Club. Burrows trailed defending champion Adam Fahy by a stroke going into the final round, but a 72 was enough to reverse the order and win by a shot from Fahy and John William Burke, with Burrows ending the championship on even par. Meanwhile, Ollie McAvoy started the final round of the Irish Under-14 Boys Amateur Open 2 strokes clear of playing partner John Moran, but needed to hold his nerve on the 18th green to sink a tricky par putt to seal the win by the smallest of margins over Moran. Well done there. The Ulster Men's Over 60 Veterans Championship was played at Dunmurray, and Patrick Madigan came out on top with a level par 70, enough to clinch the title. Well done there to Patrick. 3 Irish golfers have been selected as part of the 2024 Great Britain and Ireland Curtis Cup team for the match at Sunningdale between Friday 30th of August and Sunday 1st of September. Beth Coulter, Sarah Byrne and Anya Donegan are the Irish representatives, while Anna Foster is first reserve. A huge honour there and great recognition there for Beth, Sarah, Anya and Anna, so well done there to all involved. The RNA girls and boys and the RNA women's and men's home internationals are underway this week. The boys and girls are in Conway in Wales, with the final days played today. While the women and men are in the Mullingar Links in Scotland, with the second day of the 3-day event also being played today. Keep an eye out on our socials for all the latest there as well. And then finally, we have an Order of Merit update. Brian Doran will have Bridgestone Men's Order of Merit leader Matthew McLean looking over his shoulder as this season's title race begins to heat up. Following a push from 21st to 7th last week, Doran added a further 180 points to his total with victory in Mullingar, and now finds himself right on the tail of McLean, who's just 141 points now ahead as the current leader. Aileen Walsh remains top of the Bridgestone Women's Order of Merit, but her lead has been shortened to just 77 points, with Anna Abom picking up 130 points for her quarterfinal finished at the AIG Irish Women's and Girls Amateur Close Championship in Roscommon. Kenise Green is the biggest mover this week, with her victory in Roscommon adding a massive 325 points to her tally, and a move up 17 places to the table into 10th spot. The Leinster Over 18 Women's Championship and Duggan Cup is next up on the women's calendar, with the event teeing up at Millicent on Friday the 9th of August. And the men too will not have long to wait until their next event, with the AIG Irish Men's Amateur Close Championship getting underway in Dunleary from Friday the 16th of August. That wraps up all the news again from a bumper week in Golf Ireland. We hope you all enjoyed our episode this week. We appreciate you listening as always. We will see you all next week.